Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Friday Gear Show. We're here at the La Sportiva athlete meeting and I'm here with Pietro, who is, let's be honest, you are a legend amongst climbing shoemakers. How long have you been working for La Sportiva for?
I've been working for La Sportiva 17 years, but for climbing shoes many more, because already when I started climbing in the middle of the 80s, I was already quite much focused into climbing shoes.
Cool, so you are the expert. And you brought with us two models of new updated La Sportiva shoes, let's say. And I'm very excited by this because this is the new Katana lace. And the Katana was the first performance shoe that I bought. I went from like a beginner's shoe and I wanted an upgrade, but I still wanted something, you know, flat and nice to wear. And you guys have updated the Katana, so tell me about that.
So the Katana lace was a legend, not me. And the legend is not just me, but the team of workers in La Sportiva. The Katana was a legend and was perfect. Nobody had big complaints about the Katana. So we tried just to improve those little pieces that we thought that was possible to do them better. And so we did it. Doing a heel which is more precise for heel hooking and more sticky on the sides. We have this spur of rubber that now it is in a sticky rubber, friction rubber.
On the side of the heel?
On the side of the heel, because before was not. Was just one piece doing the pulley system and the side of the heel. Now we split in two pieces, and this piece where you go to heel hook has a friction rubber. And then we did the part of the toe simply more precise with the small details in the construction. Now it's is even more precise than the old one. Besides that, we changed just the aesthetic part.
Now, the yellow one I know is the men's shoe, but you've also got the women's version on the right. Like women's is always a tricky thing because people think women's shoes are only for women, but it's not necessarily the case because it's really to do with weight, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Of course, the line of La Sportiva is the most logical line. We don't do, there are not differences in terms of volume in between the feet of women and men, especially after having climbed 2 or 3 years. So the real difference in between a man climber and a woman climber is the weight. So what is our philosophy and our line? The version of for women is also a version of the same shoe in terms of volumes, but it's just a softer shoe. We use some materials of a different thickness, just with the purpose of doing the woman version a bit lighter and softer. In this case, we did something else to make it softer. The construction is different also in the sole.
Okay, so this is the men's Katana and it's rubber all the way down.
Yes.
The women's one is split in the middle. So when we try to bend it, your one is presumably easier to bend?
Yes, of course, because here it's softer. But also when you push on a small stuff, the entire sole helps to have more strength here on the top of the shoe. Here a little bit less. So the real new shoe, the real new Katana lace in terms, technical terms, is the woman version more than the man version. So this is the most interesting.
This excites me because I remember the original Katana. It was stiff and I used it as a trad shoe and it took a while to break in for me. But with this one, for example, I'm a bit lighter. You have neutral colors for this. So I might be tempted with a softer shoe and think, look, I'm climbing on a rock or a texture that needs a softer shoe. I might actually go for that
yes, of
version.
course.
Okay.
The original Katana, it is the same stiffness of the old one. This is softer. So if you need a shoe, you want to climb more overhanging, or you want to climb more on site, because I think that for climbing on site is always better a softer shoe, because you can be not that precise. So if you want the same feeling in terms of comfort and volumes, but a lighter and softer shoe, you will have this.
That's exciting. All right, so when can I buy this? When can I get hold of this?
March 2022.
Okay, so next year for these shoes. Now, okay, we'll put the Katana to one side because I know that tucked down there is a shoe that you are particularly excited by because you're a big fan of no-edge technology, aren't you?
Of course I am, because this is the only big alternative to traditional shoes, and it is simply a better way of climbing, because it is the shape of the foot of the climber, and you have always much more contact in every direction with the rock.
That's light.
Super light.
That's so light.
So light. It's the lightest, is the ultimate step of our soft family. It's super, super light. The name is Mantra. And it's the remake of a project that was already born in 1998. But of course, a very, very soft shoe at that time was too much in advice, on the times. We took that idea, that project, that philosophy, and we did it in a modern way, and here it is the Mantra, a very, very soft shoe, no edge in both directions, both on top and on the sides. If you want to have fun in climbing, I think it's a shoe for everything. I climb just with this. Now I'm testing this, of course, so I have to climb with this shoe.
How do you make it so light? Like, what do you do to the actual model to make that lightness?
Well, the upper is just microfiber, no lining. So there is no midsole, there is just rubber. The tensions of the rubber make the tension of the shoe. You can see that it is a downturn. And still, I really wanted to underline something. I love the soft shoes, but I love the soft shoes which have strength. They have to have a reaction, they have to be reactive, and they have to support the weight of my foot. So this shoe, done like this with P3 system and with this arch, they sustain, they support my weight also on small stuff. I think climbing with the soft shoe is better because you learn to climb better, or at least my idea was always that there are two skills in climbing. One skill is to be precise, no? When you climb like tick, tick, tick on needles. The other skill is the opposite, is to improvise, to be not precise, to be fluent, to run, not to research for the perfect way of putting the shoe on the footholds. So this shoe teach you how to be tick, 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 super precise. This shoe teach you how to be fluent, fast, light, also in your mind, not to watch for the foothold. And I think that the mix of these skills make the good climber. If you watch the good climber, they are able to be precise sometimes, but also to change the rhythm to clack and especially when you climb on site.
Well, it's very exciting. When can people get their hands on the Mantra? When's that being released?
Also in next year, around March, in between March and April.
Well, there you go. Start saving your money for March. 3 new models, and especially the women's Katana and the Mantra. Very exciting. Pietro, thank you so much. Keep on innovating. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Of course.
And you guys watching at home, do let us know which one of these models are you most excited by? Which one are you going to be picking up? Let us know in the comments below. And you can also check out the link for all the La Sportiva shoes on the EpicTV shop, the ones that we've currently got in stock. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bravo, eh?
Yeah.
Madonna.